This is Suzanne Wagner, and I'm doing my Numerology and Astrology for the 1st of October 2022. Because my blog for today is actually going to be the astrology for October 2022, I'm actually going to combine the numerology, the astrology, and my quote into this blog. And then you will see that my blog for today will actually be the astrology for October 2022. Thanks, everyone. Okay, the numerology and astrology for the 1st of October 2022. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 8. Now, the number 8 is a number of grief and loss and sadness, and that's pretty clear that in Florida, especially, there are people, really grieving and suffering, and there's a lot of loss. And this kind of energy gives us a chance to pause and breathe with them. We have so much to be grateful for. We have so much yet to learn. We have so much more heart that can be shared in the right circumstances. The world needs our care and concern. Sometimes to open hearts, they need to be broken open. How often have the experiences that broke our heart also took down our negative defensive postures? Open hearts cannot be controlled by our mind or egos. When we breathe, it is life-fulfilling and life-affirming. When we get our heart broken, we recognize that we cannot control others or the circumstances that life throws at us. While in those moments it feels horrible, over time we recognize that we become a better person, one that is more available to connect on deeper levels, and that we can express care and concern more readily in ways that really matter without attachment. Being cut off from what we feel does not allow us to experience the full expressions of our total being. Today, notice what feelings are arising and allow them to take you on a journey to discover your depth and how that caring is wanting to be expressed. Learn how to be effective in our concerns for others in this world. Take the time to feel into and through this precious moment. Remember that when we feel something, that does not require others to feel the same. Regardless, allow any emotion to move through without attaching any particular meaning to them. The astrology for today. The moon continues to inspire our adventurous spirit to do something for others. Reactions need to be for the greater good of those suffering and struggling right now. Many need our help and care. Open our wallets and give to some real organizations that have real people on the ground trying to help. Don't let your kindness make you vulnerable to those that try to rip off those that are kind and compassionate. Don't be gullible. Jupiter and Venus go into opposition, and just notice that we might have unreasonable expectations that we are placing on others in ways that can become a burden rather than a benefit. There is an undercurrent of discontent that lingers in the air, hanging like an irritating mist that does not allow us to fully breathe. We feel this desire to be free in a world that wants to shut down the voices, vision, dreams, and potential of humanity. And those dark forces are gaining in power and strength. It is okay to feel restless and frustrated, but it is also time to do something about it. Actions require effort. If we want it bad enough, we will have to fight to make others understand the urgent need that will eventually become a loud roar. Freedom will require major adjustments and massive integrated movements from many groups and organizations. None of us can do it alone. Venus will create a minor square to Uranus, and it will move into a major square with Saturn later in the day. There are many that feel completely discontented. It seems that there are too many things and aspects that are impacting each of us. We have to learn that the addictive levels of avoidance that plague our society need to change quickly, or more devastation will continue to mount. Okay, and my quote for the 1st of October 2022. Seeing the pictures of total devastation and loss, this is what happens when something preparation has too great a cost. I look to a world where we look ahead rather than cling to the past. I look to an educated populace that knows to make something last. We must be prepared and not in denial, and we need to learn to work together across the aisle. Thanks, everyone.